I'm new to it all. I mean, in my eyes, like, it was going to happen sooner or later, I think. And when it came around, it's actually a really mad story when it happened. Like, I was actually on my way out on a Saturday night, and he was premature, and obviously I got a phone call, be like, "Oh, your baby's been born." I was like, "Oh my god!" So I went straight to the hospital. Went there on the Saturday night. I didn't leave till the Tuesday morning. It was like the maddest, most exciting, like worrying, like time of my life. You know what I mean? Because obviously there's so much going on, and like seeing it all and that as well. It was just like, whoa, yeah. Like he had a bit of jaundice as well, bless him. So he was under the lamp for a bit, and then he's been back and forward and stuff like that because has like low oxygen levels and things like that. But apart from that though, he's fine. Yeah, he's nearly 6 months old. And then when I went in to see him, I was just like, "What? This is just mental." I was so excited, and then obviously I just went downstairs in the toilet in the hospital. And I was just crying my eyes out. I was just like, but I was like so excited. Like I'm not gonna think about it. It's mint. I've known it for about 8 years, I think, oh, wow. 8, 9 years, and we were very close, as in like friends as well. Like, you know what I mean, like. I used to like spend time with her and stuff like that, and like go out with her and like things like that. Or see her on a night out and stuff like that. But no, it was never like dating and stuff like that. Like, I'm not the casual person who's like, because everyone thinks, oh, because of like Geordie Shore, like Scotty T must be like casual with everyone. Like, you must just like not talk to girls again, all that sort of thing. But no, like I'm a gentleman, really. You know what I mean? And obviously it was casual, but like, as soon as I get a chance, I'll see him. I mean, over Christmas and New Year was a bit stressful. I wasn't well. The baby wasn't well, and there was a lot going on, and there was sometimes like where she and the baby caught the flu and stuff like that, like as well. Like, so I couldn't see them because it was a very delicate time, and obviously with them being back and forth to hospital and things like that, like when obviously the press put it out there last time that I had a baby. I was thinking to myself, I wonder how many people come forward here and try to get that I've got a baby and everything. I was like dreading it, but I was like, look at me, because I remember loads of people coming and saying, he's got one with me and that. And I was like, oh, he was joking, that's who was doing this. Because I think that a lot of people would have seen that article and they would have been like, oh, this girl, like she's just like trapped him. You know what I mean? That's a thing, like, because I mean, it does happen these days. And I mean, a lot of people would be thinking to me, a lot of people would be thinking like, but yeah, like she's done that on purpose, but there was nothing like that, you know what I mean? Like, and I'd want to get that out there and just be like, no, it was not like that at all. Like we were fully invested, and we are fully invested in being the best parents ever. I was there for her more because she was upset, and then just it went from there. I'm so glad it happened as well. I don't have a number. Everyone always asks me a number, and I go first things first. I don't see girls as numbers, so I don't really count them. I don't have a black book, and if I'm single and good-looking girls come to me on a night out and they want to go home with me, what am I going to do? Say no? You know what I mean? It's something people would think.
Yeah.
So when obviously that came out, when I was saying, some people might think that and they'll be like, I've got one as well, and they might. So I remember there was people commenting on the articles and that saying, I know he's got one with someone else as well. Like, and I was like, because people just say they've slept with me, and they'd be like, yeah, I was just Scotty T's baby. No, so the driving thing, it was just a bit of stupidity. Like it wasn't even like I was in a bad place or anything, or I was losing my head or anything like that. It was just I went on a night out, and then it was a day and a half later, and I was just driving to the garage, and I went to put it in the garage, and I basically not long got up, and there was a full school kids like walking into the garage, and I was like, I went to turn in, and I was like, oh, man, I was like, I'm not going in there, like when I look rough and that, and then I'll just get bombarded by all the kids. So I was like, oh, so I went to turn out, and then the police pulled us over, but I was on my phone as well. Right. So they pulled me over, and they were like, do you know why we pulled you over? And I was like, yeah, I was on my phone, and I did hesitate there, and they were like, yep, yeah, okay, you did it, you're on your phone, that like that. And then they went, we can smell alcohol on you, and I was like, still, I was like, it was a Friday day. I was out on Wednesday night. I was like, thinking to myself, I brushed my teeth. I was like, what the hell? I was like, should I brush my teeth? So the breathalyzers, I passed, but then they were like, have you took anything else? And obviously I was just like, yeah, look, I was out, and like there might be this in my system, and there was microscopic traces. To be precise, it was like 0.0001 0.0003 grams in my system, which is a microgram, and it was traces. But that's why, luckily enough, went to court. The judge was like, you were fully insured on the vehicle, you weren't causing any danger, you were fully compliant with the officers, and you've got no previous driving disqualifications or penalties, which I didn't have a full clean license. So he just gave me a year ban, and that was it. And obviously it was unlucky for me as well, because someone's obviously got hold of the court case there, and it looks a lot worse, doesn't it? That's why it's like, me, I want to obviously clear it up, because it looks so much worse when it's like, the headline's like, Scotty T 3 times over the limit, and it was like, the limit's put in place because it's worked out by per pints of blood. Like, so it's like how much per pint of blood, like the substance was, and it was microscopic. To be honest, I couldn't even remember doing any anyway. This is what I was thinking. I was like, I don't think I've even done it. That's why it was traces. I could have touched a bit of paper or anything like that. Not saying that, like, you know what I mean? Like, but this is the thing, like, it's a touchy subject, because with the Geordie Shore and everything like that, and being like a party boy and running events and doing all that, like, everyone's so quick to be like, drugs, you know what I mean? Especially when I'm hyperactive and ADHD. Like, if you didn't know me now and you're sitting talking to me, right, and you didn't know I had ADHD, some people look at me and they'd be like, he's a million miles an hour, you know what I mean? He's on something, but I'm not. This is me normal. I'm like, I kind of sit still, I can't relax, I've got a million different things going through my head. Executive dysfunction, like brain fog, like indecisiveness, like, it's like someone like getting a deck of cards and going like that. And you're trying to pick something, but you just can't. It's just constant flow of like thoughts going through my head. But so people would look at me and they'd be like, oh, like definitely something wrong with him, but it's not. You know what I mean? And I think the officers, when they pulled us over, I was like, oh, you're right, like really like that, and they're like, oh, he's definitely. And it just so happened that I had a bit of trace in my system, and that was it. I mean, it's not like I caused any danger or anything like that. I wasn't. You know what I mean? It was a silly thing to do, but to be honest, I didn't really think about it. Like, it wasn't really something I thought about, because it was like a day and a half later. There was a time when I went to rehab for a bit, and then I went away to Chiang Mai. It was it's a cognitive behavioural therapy clinic. When it was like back in the day, where it was like I think when there was Geordie Shore, it was like the honeymoon period for that show, when it all came out, when it was kicking off. Like, the PAs were flying in. I mean, I was doing them. We were doing them every single day of the week at one point. Every single day of the week. Sometimes double ups on a night. It was mint. Like, you're going to all these places around the world, and there's just everyone going mad for you. And that's all you have to do. We don't have to get up and sing. We don't have to DJ. We're just whacking, and that's it. And like say Oggy 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 on the mic or something. That's it, you know what I mean? Best night ever.